What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back, guys. Hot Toys has now given us a 2.0 of Scarecrow from Batman Begins, and as you can see by my face, I am very excited about this because not only does it look freaking awesome, but this poses a this or that question for me as well, because the head sculpt or the mask? What do you choose? Do you need two of these bad boys? Let's talk about this figure. I'm excited. Let's get into it. If you like the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show, and let's go.
I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Ben Thomas.
Go time! Here we go, here we go, here we go!
Okay guys, welcome back. So, Scarecrow 2.0 from Hot Toys is here in front of us, and this has been one I've been kind of hoping was going to actually come to fruition. Hot Toys had teased this not that long ago, but long enough to the point where you're like, is this a graveyard figure? Were they just getting our hopes up? But here it is. And I gotta say, I'm pretty freaking excited about this. The Cillian Murphy portrait right off the hop. I gotta talk about this first. I think this looks really good. Now, the hair, is it as good as some of the other sculpted hair that I've seen out there in life? Yeah, maybe not, but I still think the hair looks fantastic. The likeness and the eyes to Cillian is great. I love that they've given him the more like youthful appearance. This is obviously from Batman Begins. Not only is it branded that way, but you can see just in the age of the character. I think that looks great. Even the glasses here, they're dialing in their glasses lately from Hot Toys. I gotta give them some credit, at least with regards to prototypes. Let's see how this shakes out down the line as a final, I get all that. But for now, in terms of prototype image, yeah, this looks exactly like Cillian Murphy. They even get his kind of like serious, like maniacal look to him. They did that fantastically. Now, this, of course, is a 2.0, so we've seen Scarecrow before with the Batman Demon set, and back then he came with like a straight jacket and, a couple of different accessories. He did have the smoke accessory like he has here now, but they've clearly upgraded that. Before, it almost looked like a fuzzy Q-tip or something. It was kind of weird and came apart really easily, and this is a much better kind of dispersal effect, so I think that's really cool. The fact that they've given us 3 different looks here. Keep in mind, this figure is showing up on Sideshow right now at $280, right? Now, I've said price conditioning is a thing. There was a time where $280 was like, oh, that's kind of expensive. Now, $280 is the kind of price point of entry, and for 3 different looks that you can achieve, not only having the unmasked look, but also kind of the transitionary mask, right? When he first puts on the mask, it doesn't look that scary, right? But when you disperse the fear toxin and suddenly the maggots are like, dripping out of the mask and everything. How crazy do these maggots look right now? Like, they're gross. They look slimy. Like, they look legit like maggots. Like, that is mind-boggling to me. They've done a great job on the prototype here. I am really freaking impressed. I also like that they even gave you the loose mask, so you can have him open up his kit there. I think that's cool. The dispersal equipment up under his arm and how it comes out the suit looks fantastic. The collar still looks a little bit big around the neck section. That was a complaint that I had with my John Wick figure, but certainly not the end of the world. Even at this time where this film came out back in 2006, I want to say, 2005 or 2006, when this film came out, suits at the time were kind of looking like this. I think they've done a great job. There's some upgrades there for sure. Now, even the cool lighter effect, like how awesome is that with like the little flame that sticks out there? That is pretty neat. The flashlight looks pretty decent. I mean, it's a flashlight, but it does look like it lights up, so that's pretty cool. Of course, those little button cell batteries likely, so they'll probably never be lit, but maybe for a photo or two, that's pretty cool. The hand array looks pretty great, except that some of the detail is hard to tell. In terms of hands lately, I have had some complaints with regards to the hands, but in some of the photos here, especially where he's opening up the case, I can see some vein work there. It looks better than the potato hands that we saw from John Wick 4. So again, somewhere on that in-between side. The materials of the soft touch there inside the briefcase also looks pretty freaking great. Actually, yeah, even in this photo, if you take a look at the hands, you can see his cuticles there. I hope Hot Toys sticks with this. To be honest, that gives it so much more of a real look for me. I think that's fantastic. The blue of the eyes look fantastic. His eyes, just traditionally as an actor, are extremely piercing. So that's pretty cool as well. Now, one thing that I did notice though, which is a little strange here, is it looks like they've actually reused the original Daredevil base from the Netflix television show. And I know that because I actually have that little brick base with the pipe sticking out of it with my Nightmare Batman, oddly enough. And it's a great piece. I will say it's a really cool accessory. It comes apart from that main section. So you can use that as almost like a mini diorama display without having to have the big backdrop. But if you like the backdrop, it's cool that they've included that here as well. At this particular angle, the hair does look a little bit like brushed Play-Doh, which is weird. So I do hope that they tweak that just a little bit on the hair. I think that's honestly my only complaint here. The hand sculpts look great. 3 different swappable headpieces, $280. Batman Begins. Are we going to get a 3.0 of the Batman Begins suit though? Because historically, that Batman is laughable. Even on its 2.0, laughable. Now, I waited until that Batman Begins suit went on a deep sale last year, and then I went and got out the Jackson Chu cowl and cape. And it made that figure honestly 1,000 times better in the display. But are we going to get a 3.0 of that Batman? We can't have all of these cool characters and then not the right and good Batman standing beside him, right? So I would say, Hot Toys, if you're gonna do a 3.0 Batman Begins, you better freaking get it right this time. Or people are gonna lose their absolute minds, including me, if you're gonna go down that route. I would also love to see a Ra's al Ghul at some point. I know we've never got a 1.0 of Ra's, but like, let's be honest, he's a great character. Liam Neeson played that beautifully. If they can give us that to complement the Batman Begins line going forward, I'd be really happy to see it. It also does kind of make me realize that most characters of the Dark Knight or Dark Knight trilogy have now been reissued. The only ones that we haven't really seen again are Blake and Gordon, that set that I have with the Signal. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point they give us a 2.0 of that. I would not be surprised if we somehow see another Alfred at some point, a 2.0, since we didn't get him with that last Armory set. There's a couple there that they could definitely do. But I'd be curious to hear what you guys have to say about this. Is this one that you want? Are you disappointed that they didn't give us a 2.0 Demon again? Or does that not necessarily matter? I think for me, because the 1.0 didn't come with the Cillian Murphy head sculpt, this is a vast improvement over the 1.0, both in the tailoring, the look of the mask, the outfit, like all of it is better here. So again, for this or that video today, will I decide to pose this with Cillian's face out if it turns out this well from proto to final? Will I want to have him masked? Is there an opportunity here for me to consider buying both, to display both looks? For this one, I almost say yes. I almost think that there's a good justification to have both looks on the display on this one. And I don't normally FOMO buy, but I also don't normally buy 2 of the same character. Like, very, very rare. I don't even have 2 of the same troopers. So for me to consider that hopefully justifies my excitement here for you guys on the video today, but also because just the way I've got my Dark Knight displayed in here behind me, that whole line, I love it. I love multiple looks for the characters that are in there. I'd love to see a few more upgrades to that display over time, but for the love of God, if you give us a 3.0 Batman Begins figure, Hot Toys, if you are listening, make it good. Make it good. Because people need to be able to display that Batman with Batman Begins figures. And this is a win for collectors. Hell yeah, I'm excited. This or that, are you going to display the unmasked look, the masked look, both? Let me know in the comments down below. But guys, if you liked the video today, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Wow, what a great audience. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Because subscribing makes you feel good.
Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
It's gone. It's all gone.